We're still reading the story of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. We say that he went through like different kind of debates, first with his father, then with the people who worship the stars, then the people who worship the idols. After coming out from the fire, as mentioned, he had another debate with someone called Namrud. And Namrud was a king who said he ruled over 400 years. His kingdom was 400 years. And they said only 4 kings throughout the ages possessed the earth. That means their kingdom was expanded, was spatial. 2 of them believers and 2 of them were disbelievers. The 2 believers was Dhul Qarnayn and Sulaiman alayhi salam, and the 2 disbelievers were Namrud and Bukht Nassar. And Namrud had full control of the food. And Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam came with people to get food from Namrud, and then the debate starts between both of them. And the debate was around Allah Azza wa Jal, and the power, that Namrud wanted to show that he control this universe. He has the power. He was proud, tired, was rebellious. So he started this debate with Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. ألم تر إلى الذي حاج إبراهيم في ربه أن آتاه الله الملك إذ قال إبراهيم ربي الذي يحيي ويميت. Allah Azza wa Jal given the kingdom. The debate started by Ibrahim saying, "My Lord causing death and gives life." The one who causes death and the one who causes one to die and gives life. He said, "I do so. I can do that too." And what he meant that I can bring 2 guys, and if I want this guy to stay alive, I will give him life. And if I want that guy to die, I will make him to die now. That was how he wanted to show the people that he can give life and causes death. That was the first stage. That then Ibrahim told him, okay, in that case, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْتِي بِالشَّمْسِ مِنَ الْمَشْرِقِ فَأْتِي بِهَا مِنَ الْمَغْرِبِ. That Allah Azza wa Jal bring the sun from the east, bring it from the west. He was astonished. So in that case, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam didn't get his share from the food. In our cases nowadays, we sell our deen for any price, no matter. Like we see nowadays what happens. The people might not be able to say the truth. So they can keep their job, they can keep their position, they will enjoy their life, no matter. So imagine that you go back with the bags full of dust, like what Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. He couldn't go back to his home with empty hands, so he passed by them, and he filled his 2 bags dust and took it to his wife. And he told her, "This is the food, I'm gonna sleep." So he slept. When he woke up, he found his wife prepared the food. He was wondering from where he got the food. Then he realized that his provision reserved by Allah Azza wa Jal. Because as he believed that Allah Azza wa Jal gives life and causes death, he believed that Allah Azza wa Jal will provide no matter what. Don't okay, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna sleep, I'm not gonna be worried about my food. No, this is not what meant. Here, Allah Azza wa Jal honored him for defending the deen and establishing the oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal. He's been working hard all those years to maintain the oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal, to bring the people out from not believing to believe. That's what he was doing all that time. So that when he saw the food, and they said Allah Azza wa Jal kept sending angels in the picture of men to Namrud to call him for Islam. 1, 2, 3, 4 times, they say. And he refused to accept, as mentioned in one of the book, he refused to accept the Islam. At that time, he called that man in the angel of the picture. He told him, okay, bring your gathering, I will bring my gathering and see who's going to defeat me, who's going to be the winner. Okay, he told him, okay. So Allah Azza wa Jalla sent upon them mosquitoes that killed them, mosquitoes that ate their skin and like flesh and everything. And they say he got his punishment was the mosquitoes got inside his nose for 400 years. And he kept hitting his head with the hammer to relieve himself from the pain. So this is a punishment of Allah Azza wa Jalla severe. You think that, oh, I should have the power, I can use all those kind of food, just mosquitoes. Finish it an army. Period. وَمَا يَعْلَمُ جُنُودَ رَبِّكَ إِلَّا هُوَ. No one would know the armies of Allah, the soldiers of Allah, except Allah Azza wa Jalla. After that, he decided to migrate. As Allah Azza wa Jalla commanded him. فَأَمَنَ لَهُ لُوطٌ وَقَالَ إِنِّي مُهَاجِرٌ إِلَىٰ رَبِّي. Shows how many believed in him? Lut and his wife Sarah. Those the only one who believed. It shows that you might go through a lot whenever you call for someone, whenever you call for Allah Azza wa Jalla. That doesn't mean like, okay, Ibrahim didn't invite many people to Islam, so I don't have to do it. No, you do your job. And all what you have to put your trust in Allah Azza wa Jalla. Don't say it's not gonna work. It's gonna work. What we see nowadays, people accepting the Islam because what? Because that steadfastness our brothers and sisters in Palestine have. Like they've been doing a great job being steadfast, being careful to Allah Azza wa Jalla, and many people start thinking what made them steadfast and what made them patient and like facing all those kind of injustice. Don't worry about how people would accept the Islam. Just work for that reason. If you cannot, with your word, with your manner, with your conduct, that would bring people to Islam. So he decided to migrate with his wife, Sarah, and Lut. The migration said they have different opinion about the migration. Some of them, they say they migrated to, as Allah Azza wa Jalla, إِلَى الْأَرْضِ الَّتِي بَارَكْنَا فِيهَا لِلْعَالَمِينَ. They said that land, that blessed land, it was the Sham. Some of them, they said Haran. Some of them, they said Mecca. Sham and Haran, they are not that far. They are close. Haran is at the border between Syria and Turkey. And Sham include all that branch, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, and Palestine. And Mecca. But majority, they say he migrated to Sham. And from the Sham, then he went to Egypt. In Egypt, he met another tyrant. That tyrant, the news delivered to him that a man came to our land with a beautiful wife. And his way that he will not leave anyone beautiful, unless he can take her. And Sarah was known by her steadfastness and by her iman and her beauty. They said no one was beautiful like Sarah since Allah Azza wa Jalla created her. And she was not she was barren. That means she didn't give any birth to Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. So the king, as mentioned in the story, the king requested Sarah to come, and he asked Ibrahim, who is she related to you? He said, by the meaning of the hadith, he said, she's my sister. He didn't say my wife. And then he went to Sarah and he told her that I told him that you are my sister, so do not belong me. Just keep that. Because no believer are couples except me and you. He excluded Lot because Lot was not because he was married to Sarah. And what he meant that we are married and no couples except me and you in this. And they say if he didn't say that, he would have been killed. Because that king, that tyrant, would kill any woman, would kill the husband of any woman to enjoy the woman by herself and no husband. And they said, like in his religion was like prescribed upon them to, if you like attracted to a woman, before you enjoy her, kill her husband. That one. And they said out of jealous, he would not keep the husband alive. So Ibrahim, to preserve his life, he said, she's my sister. And then the tyrant called Sarah, and whenever he tried to approach her, she made dua against him. So he got seized the first time. He told her, if you make dua for me, I will relieve you. So she made dua that Allah Azza wa Jal would cure him. He cured. When he got cured, he tried another time to attack her. So she made another dua. He got seized the second time. After that, he told her, if you made dua for me, I will not touch you. She made dua for him. When he got up, he told his soldier, you brought me a shaitan, not a human. Took her away from me, and he gifted her Hajar. And then she went to Ibrahim alayhi salam, and he asked her what happened. She told him that Allah Azza wa Jal didn't make the plot of the disbeliever too. He failed the disbeliever. And he gifted me Hajar, and I'm gifting you Hajar as a slave. So that's how the story between Hajar and Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam started. Like the Prophet ﷺ said, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam didn't like except in 3 cases. When he said, and 2 of them for the sake of Allah, when he said, Inni saqim, I'm sick. When he said, Bal fa'alahu kabirhum hada, their biggest, he's the one who did it. And when he said, Sarah, my sister, not my wife. So he said those two of them were for the sake of Allah. When he says saqim, they said it's based on ambiguous speech. Like his saqim, his sickness in his heart, because what his people used to do from worshipping the idol. Not like physically sick, but his people used to worship the idol, that's why he said I'm saqim. But the second, like this is what they're into, because the hammer was in the hand of the biggest of them. And the third one, to save his life, because it's not genuine to say to people, if they threaten you, or to give you safety, if you have other options, to say, oh, like she's my wife, and you will be killed. Because mafsadatan, you have 2 matters that are like serious, and 2 matters actually like wars, but to do the lesser one is better than doing the other one. So he said she's my sister, and he was meant also based on the ambiguous faith that sister in Islam, because all of them, and no one Muslim at that time except him and Lot and Sarah. So that the stories regarding like Sarah and Lot and Ibrahim, and then after that, when he had Hajar as a gift, he decided, like she gifted to him, and inshallah from next time we'll see how Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam had his son Ismail from Hajar, and then he migrated to Mecca. Subhanak Allahumma hamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Now you are free to go.